Let's talk now about prefixes and suffixes. So prefixes and suffixes describe the changes which have been made to the root molecule. As we know, a prefix will be added to the beginning of the root, whereas a suffix will be added to the end of the root. It's not always the case that we will have a straight carbon chain which is continuous, and thus we will not always be counting the number of carbon atoms and finding the root, and that's it. In many cases, we will have sided chains, or what is called branches. So we will have a main carbon chain, however, we will have a sided chain which is bonded to this carbon chain. So the names of these sided chains will be based on the number of carbon atoms in this sided chain. So for example, if we have one carbon atom only in this sided chain, its name will be methyl. So meth because we have one carbon atom, and YL because it is a sided chain, so it's not part of the longest continuous linear chain. If we have two carbon atoms, its name will be ethyl. So eth because we have two, and YL because it is a branch or a sided chain. C3H7 will have a name of propyl, and C4H9 will have a name of butyl. These are the most encountered branches or sided chains. Let's check now how to name a compound which has a sided chain. So for example, if we take this one, so the first step is to find the longest continuous chain, so the longest linear chain. Let's count them. So here we have one carbon atom, here we have the second one, and here we have a third one. If we count from this side, for example, we have 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. So if we take this to be the longest chain, then this is the branch. So this is the sided chain. It has one carbon atom only, so its name will be methyl. So we will write methyl. And because we have three carbon atoms in the main chain, and all the bonds are single, then the name of this main chain is propane. Prop because we have three carbon atoms, and ane because all the bonds are single. So this is methyl propane. Let's take another example. So let's find first of all the longest carbon chain, which will be the main one. So we have here one carbon atom, 2, 3, and this is the fourth one. If we start counting from here, for example, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. However, if we count it in this way, 1, 2, and 3, then we have only 3 carbon atoms. So we will always choose the longest continuous chain to be the main one. So pay attention. If we took this one to be the longest chain, then we will have this group as a sided chain. However, if we take this one to be the longest chain, then we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Notice how this is continuous. If I want to include this one, I can't, because then I will have to go outside of the main chain. So this means that the main chain has 4 carbon atoms which are bonded by single bonds only. So the name of the main chain is butane. We have 4 carbon atoms with single bonds. This is the sided chain, and it contains only one carbon atom, so its name will be methyl. So this is methyl butane. Moreover, hydrocarbon ring molecules will have the additional prefix cyclo. So this compound will be named cyclohexane. Why hexane? Because if we count the number of carbon atoms, we will find that we have 6 carbon atoms. And the bonds are single bonds, so it is hexane. And because it is cyclic, so it formed a cycle, then it will be named cyclohexane. In the next tutorial, we will be talking about suffixes.